do it.
Baby?
I
I see you walking down the halls and through my corridors, and through your peripheral you see a shadow through the door. Sweat drips down your face, feeling odd about this place. Knees are shaking, eyes are twitching, and your heart starts to race. And suddenly you see a monster in 2D. Mouth wide open, you're in pure shock. Oh, ready or not, here I come. Run, run, run away, my prey. You try to beat me in this rage. And if I catch you by the toe, then you'll be howling in my cage. Run, run, run away, my little mouse. And if you hesitate, I'll leap you up with just one bite. You better get out of this place. Waiting here for my next meal, someone to interrupt my peace. I'll be the wolf that's waiting for my victim and my sheep. I see another prey, can't wait to have a taste. Extending limbs will cause you harm if you don't expect my game. You feel something strange, a hand with so much range. Arms outstretched, I'm on the hunt. Oh, ready or not, here I come. Run, run, run away, my prey. You try to beat me in this race. And if I catch you by the toe, then you'll be howling in my cage. Run, run, run away, my little mouse. And if you hesitate, I will eat you up with just one bite. You better get out of this place. Run, run, run away, you better run because you are my babe. When I snatch you up with just one hand, nothing will go to waste. Run, run away before I beat you to this chase. You try to make it out alive, but now it is too late.
That was a wonderful song. One of my all-time favorites. Anyways, ahoy there, one and all. This is your captain, coming at you live from the graveyard. Ah, Andy. Permission granted. Welcome aboard. Welcome, one and all, to another spooky day, or night, depending on where you are, of chills, thrills, and stories. Hope everyone's having a wonderful week, and we're only that much more closer to the weekend. I hope all of you are doing awesome, and let me know if you have any big plans going on for the weekend. I'm curious. As for myself, been feeling pretty good today. Bit sore, but you know, that's just the daily self-ass kicking I always do at the gym. So, a little bit of self-suffering before the stream. But on top of that all, been a pretty good day. Weather's actually been quite nice. Finally, temperatures are starting to drop. And just, I gotta say, it's finally starting to feel like fall. I'm just hoping it continues that way. Because I would really like for my AC to take a break. But, I mean, that's what you get for living most of your life in cold environments. Anything above 65 degrees is already too hot for your captain here. But, other than that, hope everyone is safe. Hope you're all cozy and ready for what I got planned for you today as well. Because today, we are going to be continuing that one game that we were trying out the day before. And that game, obviously, will be the Hollow Cocoon. That's right. We're going back to Grandma's today and seeing just what that creature was that was, well, eating all the chickens. And just to see just how creepy this game can really get. And at the end, I've got 2 new games that, as I said before, you would want to play at your own risk. Otherwise, well, best to stay away. Woo, grandmas, right? Absolutely nothing can go wrong when you're visiting Grandma, right? Except in this game, I'm pretty sure everything's gonna go wrong. But yes, today we're going back to Grandma's and sharing with you some fun little single-player games you can enjoy in the dark. But just remember, even if I give you the rules, the steps, the great beyond has their own rules. So, play at your own risk. But that will be saved for later, because I got some juicy ones for you. Now, as for, a couple of announcements. So, one is these next couple of streams are going to be a bit on the iffy side in terms of how long they are. So Friday, it might be a bit shorter, and Saturday, I might be doing a bit of an earlier stream due to several events that I got going on. Or it might turn into an even longer stream. If anything, you will have the final say tomorrow. Anything. But other than that, as for next week, it will pretty much be the same way. Other than that, well, I'd say it's about time we get started. Wouldn't you agree? Because I am really, really excited to see what this game has for us. Not to mention though, while this is booting up, I did go to my local vitamin shop and actually bought this really interesting blend of like coffee / like hot chocolate blended mix. Now obviously it is a powder, but surprisingly enough it's pretty good. I don't even need to add anything to it. Been more or less just enjoying it as is. Been a nice little substitute, and, well, also gives me a bit more variety for my day. I do enjoy coffee just as much as the next person, but it's fun to also mix it up every now and again. Now, let me just take a look-see here. Let me get this all sorted. So, while I'm talking... Ooh. Nope, that's not what I want. There we go. OBS being finicky as usual, but I'm used to it. There we are. There we go. And all we need to do now is... Come on, baby. Ooh. Good. That is no longer scuffed. Lovely. Alright. We don't need VSync. Texture filtering. We're going to put up to high. Contact shadows. Bloom. No thank you. Motion blur. No. Electric lighting. No. Go that for medium. And apply some changes. There we are. Now I just need to grab this. Nope. And there we go. Perfect. I wonder, did it save our... Nope. Gonna have to start from the very beginning, I'm afraid. But we already pretty much know what to expect, so we're just gonna quickly breeze over it. But yeah. Oh, this is actually new.
君のお父さん、英二さんから電話が入っていますよ。
Very old phones.
もしもし、父さん。
港か。
こんな夜更けに電話するだなんて。下宿の大家さんに迷惑じゃないか。
すまないな。しかし、急
Oh,
を
they
要す
got
る
like
こと
a
だ。
community phone.
一体何事なんだよ。
絹さんが、お前のおばあさんが倒れたと、診療所から連絡があった。私も仕事で知らせを受けるのが遅れてしまったんだ。詳しい容体はわからない。明日の朝一、お前と私でその診療所へ。
何言ってるんだよ。母さんの実の娘の葬式にすら顔出さなかった人の見舞いに行くのか。俺の知ったことじゃない。
港、お前が絹さんをよく思っていないことは承知だ。
That goes
ゆいの
without
葬式
saying.
の一件もあって、私も10年以上疎遠にしていた。だが、絹さんにはもう親族はお前と私だけだ。ましてや血のつながっているのはお前一人。明日一ノ瀬診療所で落ち合おう。
分かったよ、父さん。
Rough family drama. Okay, so yeah, this is new.
キヌさんのご家族ですね。
はい。
昨日庭先で倒れている姿を配達員に発見され、当院へ運び込まれました。キヌさんの容体についてですが、意識がなく、あまり芳しくありません。僻地ということもあり、当院では満足な検査もできませんし、現状は証拠を保っていますので、大病院への転院をお勧めしますが。
そうですか。わかりました。港、お前は一足先に絹さんの家に行って休んでいなさい。鍵を渡しておこう。絹さんが持っていたものだ。私は絹さんの転院を済ませてから車でお前を迎えに行くとしよ
う。Leave it to her to be living in a haunted house. Well, it's definitely got to be a lot more survival type of scary versus the last game where we were in the countryside, pretty much armed to the teeth with Kevlar weapons and night vision goggles. But still. Ah, here we are. Just like back in the demo, we're just gonna really make our way through and get to the good stuff, yeah? Still, I do have to say, this game looks pretty good. Oh jeez. I forgot my settings were done. And I apologize for the head bobbing. I completely forgot about that. Okay. There we go. Apply changes. Yep. Because I know it's for one thing for me to get motion sickness, but it's probably even worse for all of you crew to be watching with the bobbing. I mean, for one thing, I don't mind the head bobbing whenever it comes to anything VR related because, I mean, you're kinda in it, so to speak. But when you're just sitting stationary and the entire screen is just moving all over the place, yeah, no. Even being on a ship, I don't get as queasy as I do from that. So yeah, pretty much, if anyone who doesn't know about what is going on, a little bit of backstory about this. We're visiting our grandmother's house to rest since she collapsed. But also at the same time, this entire town has been abandoned due to the fact that they are trying to construct a dam here. So they had to evict all of the people here. And our grandmother was one of the very last residents to be here. So, a little summary for you. Hey, crew, do you see it? 'Cause I sure as do. Not to use that famous line, but did you see it? Did you see it? 'Cause I sure did. Now, if that was me, I'd high-leg it out of here on the double. And if you missed it, well, you're just gonna have to wait until I post the video, and then go back and watch it. I'm sure everything's fine. Oh yeah, totally. Nothing to be suspicious about an abandoned town, with just something in the distance. Looking very unnatural. I would love, at least for them to make maybe just one game that's just, you know, the protagonist is self-aware and you can actually choose whether to leave or stay. Maybe just one game like that. Just give them the opportunity to just say, nope, screw this, I'm out. I'll walk back to town if I have to. Okay, like I said, speed running through this. Yep. Open that up. Alright, we be speeding through this now. Alright. A bit of meds. We are speed. We are gonna get through this real quick. There's a flashlight. Okay, fine. I guess I won't pick it up until later. You gotta be like that, Gabe. But then again, there also might be some stuff that we haven't seen from the game. If you choose to leave the option, then the game's difficulty spikes. I know, right? Or a better twist, right? You think you leave the game, right? But then it kind of sucks you back in as if, oh, you can't leave. We won't let you leave. And it'll just throw you back into it. And then the difficulty spikes up. That'll be just the biggest middle finger to the player. Just be like, oh no, you want to take the easy way out? Well, guess what? Now you're gonna suffer. Now you're really gonna suffer. Oh, now that would be a great game. Just gonna speed run through this a little bit. But yeah, no, definitely for that. That would just be a wonderful addition to a game. I'd be down for that. Just a constant punishing game of letting you know, oh, you're trying to do this the easy way, huh? Not on our watch. And grab some more money. As we're trying to survive this night, you just see the merchant from Resident Evil 4 just in a closet or something. Welcome, stranger. And then just trying to sell you some stuff. And it's just like, how are you even here, man? I think you're in the wrong game. Or even after you buy something, he just closes the closet. You open up the closet again and he's gone. That would be something. Alright, let's open this up. Because Lord only knows whatever we're going to encounter, we're going to have to run and hide from. So I'd rather not have to open doors as I'm running, screaming for my life. Alright, talisman. And this will be our save point. Anything in here? More money. Yoink. Something is in the drain. Something shiny is down there. Still though, for an elderly couple, this is a very, very big and beautiful home. I do like the very oriental type of look with the flooring and everything and the mats. Although try and make a house like that anywhere, well, it's gonna get expensive if it's not already pre-established somewhere else. Makes me wonder what Graham did to have a home that big. Well, also you gotta consider that this is during the time period of... Actually, hold on, let me see here. Let me check something. Yeah, so this is pretty much... The setting itself is the 1980s. So even, I think back then, even if you had a good stable job, you could own something like this. And considering it's also countryside, I mean... The pricing can vary. It could be higher or lower than normal. So, there's that. Okay. Let's rest until nighttime. Alright, now we can get into the meat and potatoes of this game. Which is actually what I had before stream, believe it or not. It's good old meat and potatoes. I think it was, what was it, barbecue ribs, along with some mashed potatoes, and like cut up cooked mushroom with some gravy on top. So good. Let's watch this again while I sip on my coffee, yeah? Oh, that's new.
それは何？
これはお蚕様だよ。お蚕様はね、それは大事に大事に育てる。暖かい部屋でお腹いっぱい桑の葉を食べさせてあげるのよ。そうしてきれいな繭を作ったら、茹でて殺して糸を取るの。かわいそうだと思うのかい。たとえ繭を出られても、もう口はないし、飛ぶこともできない。卵を産んで死んでしまう。人がそういう虫にしてしまったの。
Yeah, so I guess clothing was their main business focus. Oh yeah, no, that's trauma. Alright, that was new. Good thing I put my coffee down before that happened.
嫌な夢だった。母さんの夢なんて随分見ていなかったのに。
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure that ending point was not supposed to be there, lad. Let's see the... So I wonder it was a bit quiet. I guess it saved it didn't save anything else but my audio.
玄関の方だ。父さんか。
I don't think any normal person would knock like that, mate. I'm just gonna throw that out there. Do they not have a light switch in this area? Can't see it from here. Of course! Why would we want to get the flashlight early? No reason behind that, eh? There we go. Nice and bright. Dad, had a weird dream. Ew. When your dog brings you a gift from the outside. Wait, can we actually pick it up, or is it just for examining purposes? You expect a weasel to do that to a chicken? Buddy. Moshi? Hello, father.
今どこ？何時頃こっちに着く？
そのことなんだが、今夜は帰れそうもない。今、転院先の病院からかけているんだが、どうにも厄介なことになってきた。
A situation, you say?
先ほどまで警察と話をしていたんだよ。
Whatever the police told you I did not do it, and it was only a guy that looked like me, I swear.
警察？なんで警察なんか
キヌさんが倒れた原因が病気や事故ではないかもしれないということだ。転院先の医者がキヌさんの首に絞められたような跡を見つけてな。
Strangulation?
それじゃあの人は誰かに襲われた。
まだそうと決まったわけじゃない。
Hmm.
決まったわけじゃないが、用心するに越したことはないだろう。ミナト、一人で大丈夫か？
Oh, we'll be fine. Ain't nothing gonna happen here. Out in the sticks, in an abandoned town.
そうか。ミナト。
ああ。
Now, before anyone says, oh, I want you to take out your cell phone or your smartphone, 1980s. Keep that in mind. 1980s. Smartphones were not even a thing. And we barely even started with cell phones, so, just understand that. Okay. Lights. Camera. Scares. Looks like a very rotten sponge, too. And this is why I never drink from the tap. You never know what they're putting into that water until it's too late. I'm gonna close this back up. Now, we're finally at the part where we left off. Get ready. Miss, if you would like, we can cook that for you. You don't have to eat it raw. Oh, appropriate response. 100% appropriate response.
何かいた。くそ。明かりを探してどうにか助けを呼ばない
Gotta
と。
find the light and call for help. Ooh, tutorial time. Alright. He cannot defend himself. Shocking. It's crucial to avoid detection at all costs. Running is faster than walking, though be wary that it consumes stamina on some difficulties. If Minato runs out of stamina, he will be unable to run for a period of time. Okay. While crouching, he gets into a lower position, removing the sounds of footsteps. If the enemy finds Minato, Minato must run and hide. Okay. You can enter places like the closet, a special icon, or even in chests. Lean to look and check your surroundings. Oh god, we got a button from Dying Light 1. Oh, we about to hide now. Needs to have some sense of preservation, right? Can we even lean? Oh, we can even lean while hiding. Can you imagine like voice activation or motion control with this? That'd be pretty wicked, wouldn't it? Nice and carefully. We're like Solid Snake, just without the box. Okay, now we can have the flashlight. Can light your way, but also makes it easier to be detected. Provide visibility in the dark, however using it is more likely to be detected. At difficulty level easy, enemies will not detect you. Well, it's a good thing we're not playing on easy. That's a pretty decent flashlight. Okay, so now, since we got that... Oh, so that's pretty much where we're at right now. Alright. Letters... you don't own this map. So now we're gonna have to call for help. Do they actually show... What is it? The... objective? Nope. I do like it how it is like a very just hopeless situation. Too bad you don't have a second person to get the help bit. Right? Not to mention though, if the power's cut off, like literally all comms are cut off for you. To call for help somehow. Okay. Oh, hi! Aren't you pretty? Ow. Grab, 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 grab. Hide, hide, hide. Ooh, I like that detail. The eyes glow in the dark. Oh, we were so close. Also, fun fact, 1980s, they can't exactly trace your call as of yet. So, even if we did manage to call, yeah. They still don't know where we're at. You could say we're kind of boned. So we could go ahead and lean. This is an important number. Please don't forget. Unless you're able to say everything in one breath and pray they understand. Yeah, I don't even think we could get it into one breath. Like, we just said hello, and then she just went... It was like, oh, you tried call for help? Not on my watch. Okay, we can't use anything for that. Well, so much for the phone.
この人、母さんによく似てる。
Okay, we discovered something. Actually, hold up a second. Where? There we go. Okay, lean left, lean right. Yeah, it's just that since it's a hold for me to lean, I'd rather just have it on the mouse versus on the keyboard. So that way I can move and lean at the same time. Yeah, that's better. This is pretty intense stuff, though. Hopefully we could just leave. But maybe I'm being a little too hopeful. Oh shit. Oh, hi. Ow. Well, she definitely found us. Alright, let's try this place again. We have been weakened. Oh, let's fix that. Okay, well, looks like I am going to have to start breaking out my amnesia skills of opening and closing doors by a lot. Because, oh, she's a fast one. Yeah, I honestly didn't think it was going to be that easy trying to get out, but holy shit, though. Oh boy. Okay, we're going to try the front door again, but this time with a little bit more tact involved. Gotta take it nice and slow. Find you that fast, right? That's what I'm saying. It's gonna have to do with a lot of opening, closing doors. Oh, I can hear her too. Especially with these headphones on. Like, to give you a clear idea, it feels like she's breathing right behind me. Just gonna casually sit here, trying our best not to piss ourselves. Alright. Alright. Let's try the front again, yeah? Fuck. Of course they wouldn't make it that easy. Now, granted, one thing, it's pretty scary considering. It's pretty scary. Hold on 1 second. I got a text message. It's pretty scary considering the fact that it's being done inside a house. Can you imagine doing the same thing but outside there in the forest? But, sorry about that. But yeah, just imagine just out in the woods. Feel like the forest would be worse. That's what I'm saying, though, right? Because, for the one thing, eventually, you can kind of figure out the house's layout. But in the forest, right? You're going to be running all over the place. You're going to be disorientated. And you have absolutely no idea where the hell that you're going. And even if you do remember, your only sanctuary is going back to the same cursed town. God damn, she's got some good ass night vision. Holy fuck. Come on, get it, get it, get it. Shh. We gotta be quiet. Don't freak out, crew. Stop freaking out. Everyone remain calm. Them big red eyes ain't just for show, I guess, right? It's like thermal predator eyes, right? She just sees just nothing but red, and then just sees us like a thermal white silhouette. And just boom. Honestly, though, fun thought, well, fun slash kind of scary thought, would be that, okay, she stalks you, right? She stalks you while she's upright. But if you anger her too much, right? She gets on all fours and just starts chasing after you. Like, how creepy would that be? And not even just like all on the ground, right? She'll start crawling on the walls and the ceiling. All that fun shit. Like, you would have to be mindful and try to see if there's red eyes anywhere. Now that is actually an interesting detail that I've noticed. I mean, aside her limbs growing longer just to be able to crawl faster. I mean, she's got pretty long limbs to begin with. Oh, what I meant to say was the interesting detail, the wind starts to muffle the actual sounds. Don't do that. Oh, fuck me. Run! Run, bitch! Run! Why can't I close that door? Get in, get in, get in. Oh. Yo, her vision is damn good. Her vision is just damn good. Okay. Well, since we're our nice little somewhat safe space, I guess, if we even want to call it that. So front door is locked, right? So power's out. Phone has been completely fucked up. So the big question is where to exactly go from here? Well, the well is a possibility, but I wouldn't necessarily call it an option. But there is still one place that has been unexplored. And that would probably be the area that, when we get to the front door, is off to the left instead of the right. So I guess we should at least try that out and see what happens. I do kind of wish that there was also a mechanic to where you can, like, open and close the doors slowly as well. That would actually be pretty interesting. Well, at least now we know that this is a dead end. Strangely enough, though, she got really overprotective when it actually came to the... whatchamacallit, the well. So... maybe there's something for us there? Maybe. We're just gonna have to figure this out. You and me, crew. We got this. We will survive. Maybe. Possibly. The sound design, though, is really nice, this game. I'm checking corners like I usually would in a lot of my shooters. I'll at least try and see if we can find the talisman room. So that way we can at least keep our progress. Nice little reprieve, yeah? What's that static I hear when she is near, or was that her breathing? That's actually her breathing. So, we can hear our character breathing, and when she's close, you could both hear her breathing, as well as our breathing getting heavier due to the fact of, well, I mean, it's a monster. What do you expect? Well, fuck. Ow. Ow. This was a horrible idea. Miss, I'm gonna have to ask you to kindly knock that shit off. Get it. I'm pretty sure we're in pretty bad shape. Since we're here anyways. Well, no map, but do we have actually anything for the objectives that I can toggle flashlight, use heal item, inventory, open file, open map? Well, we got none of that. We're in pretty bad shape. Letting them get an extra hit. I mean, it happens. If anything, that's more or less user error on my end. So, I mean, I'll take the extra hit, mostly just due to the fact that, like, we kind of fucked up. So, yeah. I'm not holding the game accountable for that. That was all on me. But now the question beckons, right? What are our options? Front door's a no-go. Backyard, I mean, we could still possibly explore it, because that's the only other place of the house. Bathroom, we saw something shiny, but we got no way to get it. So I'm assuming either the well or something else entirely. Oh, you know, I just remembered there was another game I used to play. It was a cooperative horror game. I forgot what it was called, but it was from the same maker that did Emily Wants to Play. It was like a cooperative horror game. And there's this one level when you're out on a farm, and the way to kind of defeat the entity, right, was to literally poison it with poisoned dead chickens. And I don't know why, but it just, like, playing this game made me instantly think about that. It's like, what if we use chickens to distract her? You know, you throw down a chicken and then you just run like hell. I think that would actually be pretty funny. Because, I mean, in all fairness, we do have a dead chicken in the fridge that we could use as a decoy. Oh, wait, I could just turn around like that. Fuck! Fuck, 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 fuck. Fuck, 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 fuck. Ow! Oh, you are way too fast. Oh, this is not good. Oh. It's me. Ow. Oh yeah, she's whoa, she's a fast one. I can't remember the name either. Well, we're screwed. Oh! Okay, yeah, we're definitely not getting any mercy from her. Holy crap. Like, bruv. Okay, I know she's right outside. So let's just stay nice and quiet. Okay, I'm just gonna save again so that way we don't have to keep waiting for her to leave. Okay, so that's the bathroom, so that's pretty much a no-go. Whew. I'm gonna have to start using that middle mouse button just to close doors. Whew. Okay. This is actually pretty fun. Like, her herself isn't all that scary, but the tension that gets built up with this game, I like that. Especially the, just the overall sound quality. Like, really just, like, ear-tingling type of just eerie. Okay. Well. Gonna go ahead and try the backyard again. What actually would make this even worse is just that as you keep using the flashlight, it dies over time. Ooh. Sorry, I just can't stop thinking of, like, ideas. It's already pretty terrifying as is, but holy crap. A few more of these things added to it? Bruh. What's also really impressive is like how fast her speed can change. Okay, she hasn't spotted us yet. Which way are you going, lady? Okay, she's going this way. Hoo. Definitely one of those things like you really gotta just take things slow. Oh shit. Oh, she's coming this way. Ooh, my ass was clenching that time. Hoo. Okay, so we don't necessarily have to always go into the high-end spot, but goddamn. Whew. Thank goodness there's no voice activation for this.
この井戸に落ちたじいちゃんが落ちた井戸だ。あまり近づきたくない。
Now is not the time for games. Poker. For raking out ash and cinders. Okay, well. Made some form of progress. I would love to play this game in VR, right? This game in VR would actually go pretty damn hard. The fact that you could even see through the house, just peering through. Oh god, so good. See, this is how you build up those tensions and scares, right? Trying not to lean too far out. Oh, man. Yeah, uncanny valley with this one. I don't know if she's gonna keep going or if she's gonna turn around. Okay, looks like she's gonna keep going. Alright. Let's keep at it. Yeah, normally I would keep just like talking in and whatnot, but like, I'm actually pretty invested into this game. Like, this is crap. This is actually pretty intense. If we could at least see her go into the house in there, we'll be okay. Ooh, baby. I do like the nice little touch they have with the plants to have like the red that's really popping out. Almost kind of makes you try to guess. It's like, oh crap, are those eyes? And it's like, oh no, that's just a plant. But damn, this is actually pretty damn good. Okay. Oh shit. Crap, 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 crap. Oh, she's right behind us. Crap, crap, crap. Nope. Unlock, unlock. Oh boy. Woo. For raking out ashes and cinders. I didn't see a fireplace anywhere, so. Sheesh. Maybe use the poker at the drain. That's what I'm thinking too. I mean, it does kind of make sense for her to actually be fast. Like, you have that split second of aggro from her before you actually have to book it. So, in terms of like behavior for her, I'd say that's pretty on point. But yeah, we are gonna go see if we can use the poker for the drain. But first things first. Any progress is good progress in my opinion. Dresser key. Alright, now let's slowly make our way. Is that, can we see it? Wish I could actually use Bibby right here to help us out. Just lean my head over. So that way this little guy up on top could take a look for us. To have a jump scare after getting the key. Well, I mean, yeah, but I feel like a lot of those things become too predictable. Plus, with a lot of the Eastern horror games, they try to rely less on the jump scares. And more on, like, the overall dread that you would feel in this game. So, I like that instead. Because it's like that doom is towering over you. Versus the cheap jump scare. Ooh. Well, I mean, that's what you get for trying to eat chickens raw. Man, listening to this with headphones on, that's just ooh, getting those fun little scary tingles. New Resident Evil, that's coming soon. Oh, you mean, oh, that newer one? I'll be honest, I'm pretty curious about it. It's been a while since I played the older one that actually connects that story. But yeah, no. I do want to see a bit more gameplay of it, though. Just to kind of see of what to really expect. Hoo. Which one? That connects to Requiem? Yeah. Because it's been a while since I played that older one, and yeah, the story then continues with it, so... Or what would be great for, like, a bundle of some sorts is to, if they include the original with it. So that way, you know, for everyone who hasn't played the previous storyline for it can actually go back and play it again. Because honestly, I would love to see some of those old Resident Evil games just make a return. And especially even still, the older ones that are on Steam. A little bit of optimization just to make sure that they work properly. Because I do enjoy some of the older ones. Even stuff like Revelations and everything. I enjoyed those games. But you know how it is with like older games and modern hardware. You're going to have clashes. But I think that quite possibly that, you know, if they can optimize it and then kind of package it all together, it would be a good sell. Okay, now where is it? So the dresser key. I just need to remember where that dresser actually was. Looks like a number. There are faint marks on the paper. Hopefully we're okay. Oh, hi! I was not expecting that. That was good. You're pretty. Ow! I said you were pretty. Jeez. You ain't gotta take it like an insult, lady. Jeez. Some women just can't take a compliment. In we go, in we go. We are not here. We are one with the closet. Weakened. But we're still okay. But I also know that aside from that new Resident Evil game coming out, there are rumors about Resident Evil 5 getting a remake. But we'll just have to wait and see if that's even going to be remotely true. But they better keep the part where Chris is punching Boulder. Otherwise, I don't want any of that. Oh, and not to mention in all the outfits that they have for both Chris and Sheva. Especially the DLC ones. Because with the new engine, that shit will go hard. Because I'm going to be honest, the tiger shirt for Chris, and then the Red Riding Hood one for Sheva, wonderful. Absolutely wonderful skins. I rock those every single time I either played on my own, or just with another buddy. Remake Resident Evil kind of made me a bit disappointed because they cut a lot of the good missions out. Yeah, I didn't understand why they did something like that. Maybe it was budget reasons and whatnot, or something else entirely. But I mean, yeah, they really shouldn't have cut that stuff out, in my opinion. Which is also why I'm wondering with any of these future remakes, if they're gonna cut out any more content for it. I sure as hell hope that they don't, but we'll just have to see. Pencil. I'm gonna go all John Wick on her. I'm gonna kill her with a fucking pencil. A fucking pencil. Just right into her good eye with a fucking pencil. Okay, let's go ahead and save real quick. Yes, I am a chronic saver, so sue me. Because I'm just trying to move the game along. Alright, let's go ahead and hide here real quick. How do we look? Weakened, but not injured. At least not yet. Yeah. Resident Evil 2 Remake wasn't at all too bad in my book. It had some good moments. And then there's also, you know, Resident Evil 4, which was very good. But also, you know, at the same time, we don't really ask much in terms of, like, for the remakes. If anything, I'd rather just see better optimization for the old games. That's just me. Because not every remake is, how should I say, warranted. For example, I did not play the Dead Space remake, nor do I ever plan to. Because, you know, I read about it, saw some videos, and it kind of... How do I put this? My biggest disappointment is not only that they were starting to use real faces for the characters, but the fact of the matter that Isaac right out the get-go is talking. And that to me, you know, the reason why I loved the first Dead Space so much was because Isaac did not talk. You know, it was you know, like you were Isaac, you were trying to survive, and all, like, no unnecessary conversations were needed to ruin just the whole thing about you pretty much shitting in your own spacesuit as horrors beyond comprehension were trying to rip you apart and wear you like a skin suit. In all honesty, it's better if they were just to focus on new projects, while at the same time, if they got some spare cash, at least optimize the older games. Because I don't think there is a shortage of people actually wanting to go back and play the originals. And if it looks anywhere that may feel... I'm going back in. If anything feels like a little too dated, I mean, well, we got the mods for that to make the game look slightly prettier. So that's really just my take. Or even one of my favorite ones. Yeah, Dead Space 2 wasn't too bad, but Dead Space 3, at least to me, was bad. Yeah, well, I don't think a lot of people like Dead Space 3 at all. It was the Resident Evil 6 of the series. Like, sure, you had horrors there, but it was more focused on action than the actual creepiness of it. Which, I mean, I get. When you're a studio who's good at something, but you want to try to do something different, I'm not going to rag on you for wanting to go in a different direction with the series to kind of see what sticks. What do we got? 3504. Okay. What does that even mean? 3504. What am I supposed to do with that information? Because I don't remember there being a combination anywhere. Or maybe there was one, I just didn't see it. But, yeah. What was I saying? Oh, yeah, like, one of my most favorite game series was Gears of War. Don't get me wrong. I did play the Ultimate version of that game. But at the same time, it just... Don't get me wrong, it looks pretty. I did not get Reloaded because I thought that was just going to be a waste of money. But at the same time, it was just... It was heading into the right direction, number one. And number two, it did add a couple of, well, newer missions. Like the stuff with the Brumach that help collect, right? It was that whole thing like before the mansion mission. But The only problem with that is just that the first one was the only one that got love. Like 2 and 3 should have been able to follow right after that with the same exact engine. But unfortunately, they decided to do the Last of Us route and re-release the first one yet again. And for $40 no less. I'm just like, guys, come on. Like, if y'all need some ideas on what you want to, like, re-release, at least talk to your captain here. Because so far, the decisions that they've been making have pretty much put an Xbox in a very just bad spot. Not to mention how much more crazier their subscription services have been. But that's just me that's me just complaining about something that's quite obvious to the rest of the internet already. Because I'll just say this, subscription services for games are the reason why the game prices have begun to climb so much. Why they get more and more expensive. It's because, well, people aren't buying the games. And when you're not buying the full product, you know, you're not getting that money back for all that development cost. So even though, yes, it can be convenient to some people, in the end, it's screwing everybody over, including the people in the subscription services. Because now guess what? Now since these developers can't make that money back, well, your subscriptions have to now go up in order to make up for that money lost, since you don't want to... Oh shit. Since you don't want to pay for those games. It's this entire effect that I'm always against, like, a subscription service for games. Other subscription services, I mean, that all depends, right? That all depends. But for games, nah, I'm a firm believer in just be like, hey, help out the developers. Buy the game as it is. Now, granted, if you can't afford it on day one, wait for a sale. But subscription services for games, I mean, that's why the AAA games have become just so stupidly high. It's just due to the fact that so many people just are thinking, oh, you know, it's a good thing for me. Up until it's not. Nice, got more health. So yeah, I'm fully against the whole, like, subscription service just to play the newest games, cause let's be honest, just like with Netflix and everything else, it's gotten even more expensive with less content. Why? Because people aren't buying the stuff in full. If we could go back to just paying for stuff and actually owning it again, those people who have been working hard to make their dream a reality will actually get the pay that's due to them. And then we might even look at a decrease of game prices. And also at the same time, if developer companies become self-sufficient because people are buying their games, they won't need publishers anymore. I.e., look at the indie space. They don't allow you to play the game without that subscription. Yep. Like, I'll say this much, right? I'll play devil's advocate here. And it's not just because I'm wearing red. I'll play devil's advocate here, right? I'll say the one time for games that a subscription service does work. That is, whatchamacallit? That's, man, I'm completely turned around here. Give me a second, I gotta get my thoughts together here. The other time I think it does work is when you're trying to support like a free-to-play game, right? As much as I hate gotchas, if you're doing like the $3.99 or $5 subscription per month to support your favorite gotcha game and you get a little something back, that is understandable, right? They have to make their money somehow, be it be cosmetics or just a simple little subscription. I mean, it's the same way for example, games on Patreon, when people, or Kickstarters, you know, you want to support something that wants to be made or is currently free, but you want it to stay up. So that's the only time I feel like a subscription is at least warranted, because you're at least helping keeping this game alive for what it's worth. Can hear right outside the door. We're taking a fear poop right now. Taking a big old fear poop. But that would be like my only argument as to where a subscription helps a game versus hurting it. But if the game comes out that you can own physically, right? And even if like you have internet, right? And the multiplayer stops, but you could still enjoy the rest of the game. Or just go down the Left 4 Dead route and just have it use your personal PC as a server. That I'm fully okay with. But other than that, no. Like for the bigger games that come out that you see a price tag of like $70 or $60, I mean, yeah, what do you expect? If you're not going to pay for the full thing, they got to make their money back somehow, mate. And like it or not, it's going to affect everyone. Okay. Was it 3504? Yep. Huh. Oh, hi. Please tell me this is a safe room. My brother, hide. I mean, that works too. Excuse me, miss, but you can't come in here. When you're having a fight with your girl and you realize it's a losing battle, that you have to lock yourself in your own room. I would assume so. Hey, a little bit of money for our troubles. Alright, now we got some new stuff. Alright, to Miss Kinu Miyama. I'm writing to inform you about your imminent demise. No, I'm kidding. About the results of your examination at our clinic. Based on the diagnostic images obtained from the X-ray, we have identified an abnormality in your cranial region that appears to be a brain tumor. Ooh. Symptoms you may have been experiencing, such as headaches, severe forgetfulness. Excuse me. Hold on. I gotta drink some water here. Oh, God, I needed that. Symptoms you may have experienced, such as headaches, severe forgetfulness, are likely related to this tumor. It is important to address these conditions promptly. The tumor requires quick and immediate treatment. It is important to note that your memory may continue to deteriorate, and the painkillers you have been taking will only provide limited relief. I strongly advise that you discuss this matter with your family and make arrangements to visit the clinic as soon as possible. Huh. What's this? Oh yeah. Our grandfather used to like collecting butterflies. Yeah, some of these are big. Okay, what's this? Sachi's response to Yui. Thank you for your letter. Kinu and I are doing just fine. So, Minato has entered elementary school, eh? My, how time flies. It feels like just yesterday he was a baby. I can't help but think that maybe it's because I'm getting older. More than anything, how close you are to the family warms my heart. Yui, when you're thirsty, remember what I told you. Try not to hold it. This burden is not your fault. After all, you feel guilty for keeping something hidden from Iji, but you're afraid of telling him also? Iji is a kind man, otherwise I would never have given him my blessing. Whenever you're ready to tell him, I'm sure Iji will accept you for who you are. For years you have been worried about that Kinu doesn't like you. Kinu didn't attend your wedding and didn't care when she became a grandmother. But Kinu is like this with everyone, including me. She never leaves that house under any circumstance. It may be difficult for you to understand, but Kinu would never be a good mother or grandmother. That's why I took you out of her house and moved us into town. I still feel guilty for giving you that feeling of emptiness from lacking a mother, despite having one. I'm not asking you to forgive Kinu for her behavior, but I want you to understand that Kinu has her own reasons. I was happy when Ichi asked me to leave Kinu and come live with you three. It brought a tear to my eye. Thanks to him, I was able to return to the Miyama house, where Kinu is with a clear conscience. Now you have Iji and Minato. There's no need for me to be by your side. I left Kinu alone for a long time. She's a strong woman, but as she grows older, I want to give her my support. Remember this well, Yui. You're my pride and joy. Whenever you're in trouble or feeling anxious, you can always rely on me for whatever. Damn. Yeah, I think after he just passed, like, shit just went downhill after that. Ooh, more drugs. I mean, medicine. It's medicine. Okay. Well, I must say, this looks oddly suspicious. Almost like there might be a chase scene here. Hmm? Perhaps. Perhaps. I mean, it wouldn't be anything else. Let's open up and see what's inside. Ew. Quite the heavy door for a storage house, I must say. With a wall? Well, crew. Looks like we're finally gonna get to the bottom of this mystery. Time to Scooby-Doo our way through this mess. Too bad we don't have a talking dog. I'm pretty sure that talking dog would have gotten eaten if we did. Just saying. Ugh, I'm gonna give myself a quick little posture check here. Well, so far, Huh. Okay, what we got here? Another letter. I hope this letter finds you well. This is Ichi Jimba. Hopefully I pronounced that last one right. It has been quite some time since the untimely passing of my beloved wife Yui. Today, I'm reaching out to you with a few inquiries regarding my son, Minato, who is now 13 years old. Minato has started attending middle school this year, and I wanted to share something I've noticed with you. Since summer, he has been getting unusually thirsty and consuming substantial amount of water. Oh. Initially, I thought it was the hot weather, and I didn't think too much of it. However, as autumn passed and winter came, he still would constantly be thirsty, prompting me to seek medical advice. However, the doctor found absolutely nothing wrong with him. Thinking back, I recall that Yui also had a tendency to drink a lot of water. Before her passing, I had discussed it with her. She mentioned that this was something she inherited from her father. She assured me that there's no need to worry. I'm curious to know if your husband mentioned anything about this predisposition. If you have any knowledge regarding this matter, I would greatly appreciate your answer. I eagerly await your response. So that's why I get so thirsty. Reading all that sure is making me thirsty. Ah. Thank goodness for a save point. And also at the same time, you know something's about to go down. More yen. Garden scroll. A hanging scroll depicted a woman buried in the garden. Okay. I mean, come on. You're going to put a big red chest in front of me and you're not even going to allow me to open it? My Borderlands tendencies are just itching at this point. I see red chest, I want open red chest. But you deny me that. There's no keyhole or lock in sight. Well, let's check out what we got going on upstairs. Ooh. A red chest we can open. Hawk scroll. Hanging scroll depicted a woman and a hawk. A hawk. More medicine. Damn, we got a lot now. That's not suspicious at all! What's this? It's a hanging scroll depicting a woman on a boat. Should I remove the hanging scroll? Yeah, remove it. Because I'm getting the feeling we're gonna need it. Winter. That doesn't look like winter to me. I'm just gonna go ahead and remove it. What's this? Autumn. Huh. Summer. Spring. Well, let's see if we can collect one more. Then we're probably gonna decode this. Line scroll. Alright. I'm gonna guess you have something for us. The Legend of Princess Mayu. Once upon a time, there lived a princess named Princess Mayu, adorned with beauty untold. Beneath the spring moon's glow, Princess Mayu's sister, consumed by envy's woe, led her to a fearsome mountain where the lions roamed free, leaving her stranded in perilous decree. Yet, to their surprise, Princess Mayu returned home, her spirit unbroken and her body whole. So, beneath the moon's spring's glow. Whoa! Yeah, okay. See, that was good for a jump scare. Okay, so spring is lion. As summer moon simmered above, Princess Mayu's sister, driven with envy's love, guided her to the shadowy mountain steep where hawks flocked. Secrets to keep, but again, Princess Mayu defied her fate, returning unscathed. Okay, so lion equals spring, hawk equals summer. Autumn's moon is shining. Set adrifted on a boat to a distant sea. The princess was afloat. Yet as the night embraced the land, Princess Mayu returned to find her sister's hand. Okay, so autumn is the boat. So lion is spring, hawk is summer, boat is autumn, and then the garden is winter. I'll just read the rest of it. Under winter's moon feared to hold the sister's heart now bitter and cold. She led the Princess Mayu to the garden wide, digging a hole deep and dark inside. On that night the princess did not appear. The sister worried, though her conscience was clear. Within the hole which she peered through lay a cocoon with a hole and tiny white worms askew. Alright. So, once again, lion spring, hawk summer, boat is autumn, garden winter. Alright, so spring. Spring was the lion. Summer was the hawk. Autumn was the boat. And winter was the garden. Oh, what? No legendaries? Nope, just scrolls. Just a bunch of scrolls. But now we found more secrets, so I'll take what I can get. I'm just kind of curious how much we got right now. So we got 24 10 yen coins. We're slowly lining our pocket with all these coins. If anything, I think that would be pretty hilarious. This is like, oh, look at all these coins as you're moving through the house. Cha-chink, 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 cha-chink. I was like, man, you are just a walking piggy bank of just, kill me, I am here. That would be real something. Oh. Hope y'all are not claustrophobic when it comes to mines. What's behind the door? Another hallway. Why do I feel like that thing was living in here? Can't close it. Shame. Lord QB, please forgive me. I've seen nothing. I've told no one. My lips shall remain sealed. I promise to serve the Miyama family forever and ever. So please, let me leave this place. I too am a human being. Please do not use my flesh as a meal for that creature. Ooh. Reminds me of Resident Evil 7 when going under the house. In a way. So they actually kept prisoners here. But I'm wondering about the actual curse. Let's prepare ourselves, shall we?
ここで行き止まりか?
Alright, more lore. The Miyama family's livelihood through the generations revolves around safeguarding the silkworms and selling their eggs. Okay, so it's kind of a family business. Miyama silkworm threads possess a remarkable combination of luster and flexibility. The exceptional beauty silk produced by the Miyama silkworms earned the nickname Thread of the Heavens and enjoyed much prosperity. Legend has it that the Miyama silkworms originated from the silkworms found sprouting from the body of Princess Mayu, which we've learned about. These silkworms have been cherished and revered as family heirlooms. The female silkworm moth serves as a crest of the Miyama family, which we did see before. Okay. Uh-oh. Save point. I wonder why that is. I wonder why that is. Not sure this is a good idea, but fuck it, we ball. I mean, nowhere else to go, mate. Too bad out of that entire storehouse we couldn't find a single thing to defend ourselves with. I mean, granted, yes, they are silkworm weavers, but I mean, if you got a garden, you should at least have a tool or two lying around somewhere for us to use. Oh, my goodness. Excuse me. Brain needed a little bit more oxygen there. Oh, and we are back. Okay. Always gotta check your surroundings, because you never knew. Red Talisman. The Red Talisman is a protective charm used in the region from ancient times. It is made by dyeing paper with a crimson color believed to repel demons and drawing symbolic characters in black ink. The exact meaning of the symbol is unknown. It is speculated that they represent the sun deity, as sunlight is believed to purify their negative energies. I don't know about that. It was still pretty sunny out when we first saw her outside. I'm not entirely sure that's the case here, but let's roll with it. According to the village legend, when the demon approaches the talisman, it immediately emits a radiant light, torturing the demon as it is exorcised. Well, shit, we should have been loading our pockets up with that instead of yen. I mean, I'm just saying. Like, let's stick some of those things just all over our body. That way she can't mess with us. We'll blind her with our holy light and righteous fury as we running away screaming like a little bitch. Yeah, can I take these now? No, you're just gonna make me keep saving them. Are we possessed? Are we gonna be next? Is that the twist? Picture of Ayano. Oh. Cute.
絹さんの家にあった家と同じ写真だ。綾野。
It's like that whole thing of like a Tinder date. You look at the picture that they have and then you look at the person themselves, be like, wow. What happened? Except in this case now she has become a yokai of sorts.
一体ここはどこなんだ?
Now I'm getting some Fatal Frame vibes from this. Oh. Oh no. Oh, we're gonna have to be quiet for this one. We gotta have to be extra stealthy. I don't like that she's just waiting there. Hug the wall, we are not here. We are one with the wind. We are completely one with the wind. Please tell me this is a hiding spot. We are one with the wind. We are the wind. You cannot see the wind. You cannot perceive us. Interesting. Flint, an ignition tool used by hitting the hammer and stone. Old school. And we finally got a map. How about that? Okay, so we are currently in the eastern tatami room. Okay, so the well. So we're underneath the backyard, at least according to this. Okay, so we got the storage shed, we got the kitchen, the courtyard, the altar, the library, which we were safe in. Okay. I don't hear her anymore, and I don't like that I don't hear her anymore. Okay, what we got here? I've been fortunate enough to have been accepted as a son-in-law in the Miyama family. My father and his brother had always looked down on me, considering me weak and spineless. I'm gonna stop with that. However, in the eyes of Lord QB, I am loyal, trustworthy man. We have exchanged vows, and I eagerly await the joyful ceremony next spring. Ever since I laid eyes on her, Ayano's figure has been etched in my mind. Her skin lightly glowing, and her sleek, shiny black hair. She often averts her eyes, but even the shadow cast by her long eyelashes on her cheeks is beautiful. I mean, she still has that nice long hair, but her eyes tell a different story now. I wanted to get Ayano's attention by any means necessary, so I decided to show her my collection of butterfly samples. I hoped that the colorful butterflies would bring her joy. Ayano said, "I've never seen such beautiful butterflies before," but her expression was that of melancholy. When I asked her if she disliked butterflies, she replied, "I like butterflies. However, I don't like seeing them trapped and confined. I just want to watch them fly in their natural state." Her words struck me to my core. Hmm. Carefully, slowly. There's even a bathroom down here in case we want to crap ourselves even more. Hi! I heard you like butterflies! Ow! Okay, I guess you didn't like that. Give me some pills. Oh, that's not good. Ow. I have no idea where I'm going or what I need to do. I'm about to die. Oh boy. Are you gotta be kidding me with all these doors, man? Old wood board? Like that's gonna do anything. Okay. I think we're okay for the time being. That was pretty good, though. The creepy fingers coming through the crack. I was like, oh yeah, I have a feeling she's gonna be coming back. Another journal. I was chatting with Saichi, waiting for my sister to get ready. He gave me a pearl hairpin, saying I would match it with my sister and her hairpin. I heard neither you nor Ayano had ever laid eyes on the sea, he said. I thought the two of you would appreciate something from there. Considering how close you two are, I would be delighted if you were to wear them together. As he handed me the hairpin, my face instantly flushed. I wonder if he could hear my heart racing and if my excitement was too obvious. I had to hide my face. It was the first time a man other than my father had given me a gift. Unlike my stern father, his voice was gentle and soft. I wished to have that voice by my side forever. And then he whispered into my ear, "Isn't Ayano like a butterfly?" With that, the blush from my cheeks was extinguished. The pound in my chest subsided, as if my very pulse had stopped. He tenderly caressed the other hairpin intended for my sister, reminding me of whom his heart belonged to. Ooh, sensing some jealousy here. Indeed. Ooh, my neck. Hold up. There we go. Indeed, my sister Ayano is like a butterfly. She loathes being carried away by the wind and drenched by the rain. Touching her delicate wings would only result in pain. Ayano is beautiful, delicate and fragile. I could crush her with my bare hands. Ooh. For now, I'm still the only one who can be with her. And I'm the only one who can place my hand upon that slender white neck. I am the only one. Alright, so... Quite the infighting between sisters. Ooh, hiding spot. Very nice. There's something on the desk, eh? Yeah, I doubt that was going to be of any use. Oh, damn. How much y'all want to bet that's the jealous sister that just got cursed for killing her other sister? I'm willing to bet that's what's going on. Ooh. Ooh. But yeah, no, the sound quality in this is pretty damn good. Oh man, that breathing is just getting to me. Just oof. Just oof. I wonder if she's just camping that spot. There's a butterfly carved into the lock. Good to know. Yeah, I think she's just hanging out in that room. Alright, we gotta bring out our inner Sam Fisher for this. It's speed. It's stuck in solid grease. I can't get it out.
火を起こせばこの塊を溶かせるかもしれない。
Alright, so we're gonna need some... Gonna need some wood. Oh boy. Gotta say, out of a lot of the horror games we've been playing so far, this has been a very, very good one. Money. It's rusty and it won't move. I can gauge the direction where she's coming from, but it's also hard to tell just about how close she actually is. Well, now at least I know exactly where she's at. Crab baskets. Ow. Okay, we're still good. Whew. Made it somehow. Take a nice little peek, just to see. Bro, stop closing those doors. Letter from Yui, number 2. It's been several months since Dad passed away. Not a day goes by without a box of tissues by my side. When I came to offer my condolences, I couldn't come to terms with Dad's death. I couldn't even speak with you, Mom. Why didn't you tell us right away? You didn't even invite our family to the funeral. If you hadn't reached out, you wouldn't have bothered to tell us at all. Dad was an important role model for me. I wanted to give him a final farewell. I was weak, and I always hid behind Dad. I was scared to talk to you, Mom. I feared you'd say I hate you. But now that Dad is gone, I can't go on like this anymore. I need to speak with you in person, Mom. There's something I must ask you. On September 21st, never forget, I will come alone without telling Ichi or Minato. I don't expect a response to this letter. I've written to you many times before, Mom, and you have never replied. I've been waiting a long time. See you September 21st. The day his mom died. The plot. It thickens so. Oh, goody. Okay, now this is starting to become more and more like Resident Evil because... oh, man. The keys that we're going to need for all these doors. So I'm stuck on the other side. Yeah. They weren't going to make it that easy for us. Come on now. Wonder, can I still go through here? It's kind of interesting though, because how we could get chased around, and then we absolutely have no idea where we have explored and where we haven't. So that's always fun. Ugh. But lucky enough, we'll probably get to a save point at some point in time. Okay, at least we got a box. Now, what was she hiding? Severance lost item. Oh dear, what should I do? I've gone and lost the key. I had it with me before I went to the toilets, but somehow I managed to lose it. If anyone finds out, I'll be doomed. Lord QB will show no mercy. Yep, we're staying right here till she passes. Be the box, be the prop. Don't let them detect you. I also do like the kind of dramatic music. It's not too overly bearing either. But it does fill you with a sense of dread. Ooh. You know, thinking about like how this game is and how it's laid out, this would make for an exceptional, like, haunted house type of experience. Not to mention, though, the pathing for the AI for this, I wouldn't even call it predictable. I would call it, like, smart, responsive. Okay, so it sounds like she's upstairs. So gotta take this lovely opportunity. Shit. Just gonna go ahead and shut this door to give us a bit of privacy. Still though, pretty fun game. I'm gonna at least stop it here, but this is actually quite fun. Let me just... There we go. Get that back up. Whew, boy. Definitely sweating a little bit from all that. It's got some good intensity. It's got some very good intensity. Whew! But I'm pretty sure there's gonna be more to come. But we're just gonna have to find out tomorrow the real story behind all this. But so far I am enjoying this game. Hope everyone is as well. Now, on to today's main source of dread. Let me just see if I can find... There it is. Yeah, now we're getting spooky. So, I promised you some scary little games. But do remember, these games are not for the faint of heart. Now, one game that I actually found very, very interesting. This is a South Korean urban legend. Now, this is known as the elevator game. This is a game that is played, obviously, on your own. And is said to, if done right, take you to an alternate place, a different dimension, maybe even a different world. But it never tells you what kind of world. Happy? Dangerous? Who knows? All depends. Roll of the dice if you're feeling lucky. So, what can we expect from this? Well, for one thing, this game isn't tried out as much due to some of it always being of cases of people even vanishing. So, try at your own discretion. But just be warned, playing this game, you may not ever come back. Doesn't necessarily mean you would perish, but you're not coming back. Now, let's go over the rules, shall we? First and foremost, you must be alone. I mean, that should be a given for a lot of these games. So, no group efforts here, no best buddies to back you up. You are on your own. Now, moving on, you must also select a building of 10 stories high. Can be more, but it cannot be less. The elevator must reach all 10 floors consecutively. So in other words, you can't change from one elevator to another to reach the 10th floor. Another rule is that you must not speak to anyone during this game. Not one. If anyone tries to join you, don't complete the game. Stop immediately and leave the building. There is but one exception though, on the 5th floor, but that's for later. If you feel uncomfortable at any point, however, stop at once and leave the building without speaking to anyone. And this decision must be made before reaching the 10th floor. Afterwards, well, it's too late to chicken out. And make sure that you are aware of where you're at all times. Now, there are a few things to consider while playing this game. First usually being, you can begin this game at any time. Really, it doesn't matter, day or night. But like I said, you need to be alone. So usually the best time for that is around night. This significantly cuts down the chances of someone actually joining you while you're doing this. Make sure to keep a track of where you are, as well as the steps for this game. It's going to be important if you want to do this right. Write them down if you need to, in case you feel disorientated. Do not write those on the phone though, because where you might be going, the electronics will not work properly. So, piece of paper is definitely recommended. Now, I can't stress the next two things strongly enough. You must not speak to anyone. And above all else, you gotta commit to this if you truly want to do this. So once you're ready, we can get started. So, first, you gotta go to the building that you've chosen. Remember, 10 floors, all consecutively, one elevator. At the main floor, you're gonna press the up button for the elevator. Avoid pressing down. Before getting on, make sure no one else is in the elevator with you. If someone's already on it, don't get on. Step back and wait for the next one. The same goes for anyone in the lobby. Don't get on with anyone, even if it's a stranger. This is why the ritual is frequently done at night. Once you get on, the first button you're going to be pressing is the 4th floor. Now, once you reach the 4th floor, don't get off on there. Stay in the elevator. Next, you're gonna press the button to go down to the 2nd floor. Again, do not get off. Stay in there. Press the button to the 6th floor. You get to the 6th floor, stay on the elevator. Press the button for the 2nd floor again. But now don't forget that on the 2nd floor, you want to stay in the elevator. Press the button then to go to the 10th floor. Don't get off of the 10th floor yet. Stay in the elevator. Now you're going to press the button for the 5th floor. But here's where things take a turn. Once you get to the 5th floor, a young woman will be seen. She is going to make her way onto the elevator. Sometimes she'll be there, sometimes not. Now, if no one does, don't worry and still continue with the game. But if one does happen to enter your elevator, do not speak. Do not even look at her. Under any circumstance. No matter what she tries to ask you. Like, which floor are you going to? Or try to greet you. This person is not human. She will try to lead you astray. Or possibly something far worse. And despite you not even getting off on the 5th floor, no matter how much you would probably want to, stay on the elevator even if the woman is with you. Continue the game. Now, press the button to go down to the 1st floor. Now there's 2 outcomes to this. If the elevator begins to go down to the 1st floor, the ritual has failed. There's no specific reason why there's a failure or a success. Even if you followed the rules to the T, sometimes it just does not fail. But if it does, do not reattempt it. Get off on the 1st floor, and remember, do not look at the woman. Do not acknowledge her. And even when you get off on the 1st floor, do not speak to anyone. Exit the building immediately and leave the area. Go home and wait another day to try again. But if you're one of the few that got lucky, and I'm stretching that word, if the elevator ignores you and then rises to the 10th floor, you have succeeded. But remember, if you change your mind, you must act now. Here's where things get a little tricky. You can now end the ritual by pressing any other button except 1 or 10. Sorry about that. Except 1 or 10. Don't panic by repeatedly pressing 1 to descend, because it's not going to work. You need to cancel the elevator's rise before it passes the 9th floor. Once you pass the 9th floor, that's it. At this point, you'll have to see through this game to the very end. Now, you've reached the 10th floor. The 10th floor to another world. You are no longer in the world you once knew. Sometimes things will look the same, or sometimes everything has changed, and you have absolutely no idea where you are. When the doors open, unlike all the other floors, there's a choice to be made here. You can stay in the elevator, or you can get off. If the young woman did get on the elevator with you, she may ask you, where are you going when you exit? Again, no responding, no looking, no acknowledgement that she's even there. If you've gotten off the elevator, feel free to take in your surroundings, but do not lose track of that elevator. The one that you used, because chances are there might even be more than one. Now, as the urban legend goes, you will be in another world. another dimension even. Sometimes the biggest clue for that is that you're the only person there. Everything else could look normal, but no one's around. Not even the woman from the elevator. Sometimes it could be just absolutely dark. No lights, nothing at all. But there will be a faint red glow. You would see a red glowing cross in the distance, through the windows, but nothing else. If you brought your phone, which I would assume that you would, it would not work here. Some even say that the devices completely malfunction when you do this. Other times, even in this new dimension, it does work. So you could take photos of your surroundings. Well, considering if all you're surrounded by is just nothing but bleak darkness. This whole place can be very distorting. Might even leave you astray. But it's also very important to remember what your elevator looked like. No, there is a way to return to your world. However, this is where things are a little bit different. The way to return to your world is using the same exact elevator. But no, I don't mean simply just clicking the button on the 10th floor. No, no, no. This is what is most important if you want to come back. You need to follow these steps carefully. Now, I'm going to do both possibilities. One, obviously, if you did stay in the elevator, right? Well, you could simply begin by following these 3 simple steps. Just to simply go all the way back down. Remember, do not press 1 and 10. Do not talk to the woman. And just make sure that when you get off, it's exactly how the world was. However, though, you do have to retrace your steps. So, that being said, how are you going to do that? Well, once you're in your elevator, press the button to go down to the 4th floor. You're still in the alternate world, by the way, so be careful. Press the button to the 2nd floor, then the 6th, then the 2nd, the 10th, then the 5th, and then finally the 1st floor. More than likely, the elevator will begin to rise instead of descend. Cancel this immediately by pressing any other floor button aside from 1 and 10. Do this before it rises to 9. Upon arriving on the 1st floor, you may be tense. Have the urge to race out of the building. Resist this urge. Observe the area before you leave. Make sure that it is as normal as how you remembered it. If anything is even slightly off, do not get off. You may not even end up where you think you are. Continue to repeat this cycle until you find your way back. Now, if you did Now remember, the building must be at least 10 stories high, but it can be higher. But here's the thing, though. The other scenario in some urban legends can be a bit different. If you did step off on the 10th floor, you cannot go back inside the elevator on the 10th floor. In some legends, you would have to take the stairs. That's right. This place, this unknown reality, or this dimension, you will have to carefully descend all 10 flights to go back down to the first floor and repeat the entire process again in order to make it back to your own world. Trial and error, so to speak. And you might even be visited by the woman during these trials. Remember what I said. Do not look at her. Do not speak to her. And make sure that when everything is over, that you finally got back to your original world. Now, the variation of the mysterious woman on the 5th floor, there are those that say that sometimes if she gets on with you, you must exit if you go onto the 10th floor. You could stay inside the elevator and return if you are truly alone. But the other variations of the legend involves the sequence of the buttons. They have to be identically done, and some even say they have to be done in a reverse order to successfully return home. Oh yes, and there's one last consideration I should mention. It has been said that you may pass out at some point while playing this game. Whether it's because of hyperventilating, breathing slowly, or maybe because the game itself is unclear. However, if you do lose consciousness, you'll probably wake up in your own home. You will have no recollection of how you even got there. And everything might look familiar to you. Make sure everything does. Because it's entirely possible that even though it might be your home, it may not actually be your home. And if that's the case, well, I wish you the best of luck in trying to return back to your real home. There have been several things that have happened that a lot of people have said about the elevator game, and none of them are good. Some say you might even bring home a malevolent spirit that has attached itself to you from the other world. You may not notice its presence, but now it's here with you in your dimension. Sometimes you might even find yourself suffering from it, an inexplicable illness even after you return. Some even say you start seeing what's called shadow people, entities that you spot out of the corner of your eye but are gone when you look right at them. Nightmares, sleep paralysis, all affected after returning home after playing the elevator game. You might even feel that someone or something is constantly watching you. It's all part of the risk, after all. But I'm sure your curiosity has piqued a little bit. And I'm sure you all are asking yourself this question. What does happen if you speak to the woman on the 5th floor? Well, there are several different beliefs of what happens when you ignore this rule. Some say she'll keep you in the other world with her forever. We don't exactly know for sure, but I'd say it's safe to assume it's because she wants you there. Others say you will return home, and if you follow the rest of the steps, but you might just find that she's the one haunting you in your dreams every night, or even while you're awake. You might even start to see her in crowds, thinking it's all your imagination. But she's never gonna leave you, no. She might not even leave you alive. We don't know what this entity might do, so it's best not to acknowledge their very presence. Best way, keep your eyes on the buttons, focus on them, and keep your mouth shut. You'll regret doing anything different otherwise. Urban legends can be quite amazing, quite captivating. An alternative dimension, a different world. It's one of the things that make it so scary is because of that one primal fear that all of us have, that fear of the unknown. The fear of being in a place that's completely unfamiliar to us. A place with its own set of rules. And a place where, well, no amount of science or religion will ever be able to explain. So if this story made the hairs on the back of your neck stand up, good. Just remember, you're gonna play this at your own risk. And remember, it can become a one-way ticket if you do. Now, for another game, this one does not involve an elevator, but it actually involves stairs. Now granted, you would be thinking, what is so scary about some stairs? Elevator, sure, but stairs? Come on. Why would I be afraid of some stairs? Well, I'm glad you asked that. And I'm happy to tell you why. But first, let's go over a few things. Number one, obviously, you need to be alone. And for this game, it's going to require a few things. Number one, a staircase, right? Because for obvious reasons. No fewer than 11 steps, but no more than 16. This is also excluding the landings. A staircase that has 12 or 13 steps would be the best. Next, a small portable battery-operated fan. A glass of water, a handful of dirt, a candle, a box of matches or a lighter. An old picture of a land in which your home currently stands, as you can find. One picture of your home as it is today. A pair of 6-sided dice. 2 timekeeping devices, analog preferably, because digital is not going to work. 1 food offering, must be an animal or an animal byproduct. one mirror, one handful of ash, 2 to 3 dust bunnies, a small living creature like an insect, one fingernail, lock of hair, or other token that has been plucked from your body. Do not use blood. Some salt, and one sharp object, preferably that is made out of silver. Now, we get to the instructions. This is the beginning of the stairs ritual. Begin in the afternoon. Make note the precise time at which you start this. Stand at the bottom of the stairs. Speak these words aloud. It is from here whenceforth I shall commence. On the first step, place the small fan and recite this. Here is the air that mortals breathes. On the second step, place the glass of water, then recite, here is the water that mortals drink. On the third, spread the handful of dirt, covering as much of the step as possible. Recite, here is the earth on which the mortal stands. On the fourth, place an unlit candle, laying the matches or lighter next to it. Recite, here is the fire that burns the mortal's hands. Then the fifth, place the old picture of your home. Recite, here is the time that has come to pass. Then the sixth, the current picture of your home. Reciting, here is the present, and the die is cast. You get to the seventh. This is where you place your timekeeping device. Recite, here comes the future, the time ticks by now. On the eighth, place your food offering. Here is the offering for the devil's mouth. Then on the ninth, place the mirror. Recite, here is my image, in God's likeness I trust. Note this phrase must be repeated word for word and without hesitation, regardless as to the religion of the principle. On the 10th step, place the handful of ash and dust bunnies and recite, here is morality, ashes and dust. On the 11th, place your living creature. It must be alive, and it must not be able to escape. Then recite, here is a life present unto thee. On the 12th step, place the token from your body and recite, and here is the essence extracted from me. On the final step, or landing, draw a line of salt and recite, no further than here. Leave your objects in place in the staircase overnight. Now, this is important. Do not proceed if anything seems amiss the next day. But if everything goes well, now it's time for the main event to truly begin. Evacuate all of the occupants in the house, except the principal, which is you. Gather your sharp object and your second timekeeping device. Keep these items with you at all times. Begin at the precise time you commenced the ritual. Stand at the bottom of the staircase. Plant your feet. And don't move. After an hour has passed, mount the first step and turn on the fan. Face the top of the staircase. Plant your feet. Do not move. Do not turn around or look behind you. After the third hour has passed, the second hour has passed, mount the second step. Drink the entire glass of water. Face the top of the staircase. Plant your feet. Again, don't move, don't look, don't turn around. After the third, get onto the third step. Make sure both of your feet are in or on the dirt spread across it. Face the top. Fourth hour. Mount the fourth step. Take up the lighter or matches and light the candle. Make sure it does not go out. Face the top of the stairs. Fifth hour. Mount the fifth step. Use the candle from the fourth step to burn the old picture of your home. Once the picture is unrecognizable or burned completely, blow the candle out. Face the top of the stairs. As a side note, it may be helpful to hold the candle during step 6 and carry it with you to step 7. At no point should you turn around or look behind you. 6th hour has passed. Mount the 6th step. Take up the picture of the current home and rip it as many times as indicated by the roll of the dice, but do not allow it to fall to pieces. Face the top of the staircase. And as always, don't move, don't look. 7th hour has passed now. Mount the 7th step. Turn the clock forward as many hours as indicated by the roll of the dice on the previous step. Do not turn the clock backwards. Face the top of the stairs. After the 8th hour has passed, mount the 8th step. Take a bite of the food offering and swallow it. Do not allow your face to betray any dislike or disgust. Show as much enjoyment as you can. Face the top of the stairs. 9th hour has ended. Climb to the next step. Pick up the mirror and look into it, focusing on your face. Do not look at anything other than your face, no matter what might catch your eye. Then, face the top of the stairs. After the 10th hour, smash the mirror and mount the 10th step. Use your sharp object to bring forth a fresh drop of your blood. Allow it to drop and fall into the pile of ash and dust. Face the top of the stairs. The 11th hour has passed. Move on to the 11th step. Kill the insect. Face the top of the stairs. 12th hour has now passed. Mount the 12th step. Take up the token you have plucked from your body and swallow it whole. Face the top of the stairs. 13th hour has passed. Mount the final step. Keep your sharp object close. Then finally, turn around. Now, there are some additional notes for you. The instructions detailed here are designed for a home in which occupants sleep on the second floor. If, however, you sleep on the first floor, simply reverse the instructions. That is to begin the ritual at the top of the steps and head towards the bottom, rather than going from bottom to top. Now, if you don't have a staircase, you can still perform the ritual using a very long hallway. But there is one thing. Do not perform this ritual in a room. Do not perform it outside. Do not perform it in any smaller enclosed spaces. Now, the main event doesn't necessarily have to be performed on the day immediately following your preparations, but it is recommended that you do it as soon as possible. The more trips you or any other occupants can have in your home, take up or down the staircase, the weaker the obstacles will become. Now, after you were to return, after preparation, and if any of the objects are disturbed, do not proceed. Similarly, if you wake during the night or have nightmares while you sleep, do not proceed. If anything out of the ordinary occurs between the time when you complete the prep and the main event, do not proceed. To terminate this ritual, place a ring of salt around each item on the staircase, and then also one around your bed, and around any other bed of the occupants in the home. Leave them overnight. In the morning, remove the objects from your home. Destroy them by any means necessary. Now, you may think, well, what's this all about? Why is this so terrifying? What happens? Well, for something like this is more of a ritual of not even exercising something, but possibly almost like letting something in. These offerings are important, and although the effects can differentiate, well, some things are best left unclear. Take it easy, Andy. Fair winds and calm seas to you. Now, many of these games, some people have experienced certain types of entities. Much of what I've mentioned before, nightmares, shadow people, just like from the elevator game. But with this game, a lot of it is still unclear of what the individual might actually experience. You have been warned about it. Now, there are a good amount of steps for this game, and to many might seem like a hassle to gather up all these items. Well, if that's the case, there is one that can be performed that's a little bit more simple, but it does lead to a place that is not of this world. Fortunately enough, I will be saving that stair game for you tomorrow. Well, gotta say, would I try any of these games myself? Absolutely not. I am not one to risk going somewhere or bringing something back. Your captain is brave, but he is not foolish. But if this is something that has piqued your interest, your curiosity, as I always said before, these games are to be played at your own risk. Just be forewarned. if you mess up, the consequences are severe. But as for today, that's gonna have to do it for me. Now, as I did mention before, I will have some updates on the next 2 days for you tomorrow. Because with a lot of things that are going to be going on this weekend, I'm going to have to adjust fire when it comes to the stream time. So, if anything, I will let you know by then. But, with that being said, time to wrap things up here. I hope you have enjoyed visiting Grandma's house and exploring some very interesting ritualistic games. And until tomorrow, I wish you fair winds and calm seas on your journeys ahead. Stay safe and stay spooky, crew. Until next time, pleasant dreams.